Good Tuesday morning, Manna Gatherers. It is the 2nd of February, and we are here for God's good stuff gathered for today and every day. So let's just get to it. This week we are in Psalm 85:8. Commit that to memory. Remember, we're trying to commit that these words of God to memory so that when we need them, we can pull them out very easily. Let me hear what God the Lord will speak. For God will speak peace to his people, to his faithful, to those who turn to God in their hearts. Peace. That's what caught me today. Peace. There doesn't seem that there is in our world something that is more sought after and seemingly more elusive than peace in our world. People want peace with one another. People want peace within themselves. Nations want peace with one another, and leaders, they say, want peace over the whole earth. The whole of Psalm 85 is a plea for peace, a plea for restoration, much like we feel today in the midst of an ongoing pandemic and civil unrest here and seems all over the world. It seems God's people of Psalm 85 desire peace, but the peace they seek does not seem attainable at all. And so they cry out to God, as we do when we get to our wits' end and find ourselves in troubling situations. Then we turn to God. So the psalmist in the first part of Psalm 85 begins to name the many ways that God has been faithful in bringing about peace to God's people and the whole earth through the past. Looking back, the psalmist looks back over his or her life and names the ways that God has brought peace, God has brought comfort and deliverance. I think when we do that, when we remember, it makes us ready to hear what the Lord will speak. It makes us ready to hear the ways God is bringing peace to present situations. Remembering that God is faithful and steadfast throughout our lives helps us to trust that God is speaking and working for peace of all people right now. Remembering what God has done to bring about peace in past situations, both in our own individual lives, but also on a more global scale, helps us to cling to the assurance that God is doing the same today everywhere. Just because there seems to be an absence of peace doesn't mean that God is absent. So remembering God's mighty acts to do the impossible. Have you ever found yourself in an impossible situation, but you made it through? Well, reminding ourselves of such situations reminds us to make room for God where we are now. To listen for God in where God is leading us to partner with him in bringing about peace, the peace that we seek right now. Psalm 85, therefore, to me, is a psalm of great hope. We are drawn into hope when we remember and then when we listen, tuning our hearts to God in the here and now, trusting that just as God has done in the past to bring peace, God is faithful and God is bringing peace to us right now, today, wherever you may need it, wherever our world may need it. Just because there seems to be an absence of peace does not mean there is an absence of God. So try to remember and to count all the troubling situations of your past where God met you with the desired peace that you sought. That very act alone will bring you peace right now. But it will also help you really hear God speaking words that you need to hear in your life right now. Have a happy Tuesday. I will see you tomorrow.